Okay, so today we're going to do the compelling and competing offer. See, one of the things you're going to have to learn when you start to do landing pages and funnels and sales funnels is start the basics. And that's really getting through the process of making sure that you have really something simple for the process, getting customers who land on your website to convert to business, patients, products, services, all the things that you need to do in order to make money for your business. So stay tuned and we'll get right into it. Okay, so we're going to talk about a compelling and converting offer in today's episode. As I mentioned from the beginning, it's really something that brings in either patients or business or clients, basically money into your business. And we need to think about how do we do this? Well, we go through a lot of sales funnel activity. We call it these profit engines. And that's part of the mechanics of building out business to flow through your website and your domains and properties and so forth that you have online. Now, the real business, though, is trying to build something that's a converting or compelling offer to get your customer to take action. Now, what we typically do is we work on landing pages. So this is kind of, think of your website as a blank slate now, and let's think about your landing page so that somebody's actually interested. So they have found your term, whatever it may be, and they've come to your website or their landing page or whatever piece of content you have that they are on. So now we have to get them to become interested, to become a customer, to do a transaction. Now, a lot of the times a transaction can be an appointment if you're talking about a doctor or a consultation. It can be a service request, right? If you're doing some sort of service, it could be actually a product, right? Or it could be something of the nature of actually a phone call, right? Or form fill, or any action that where someone starts to start the process to become engaged with you. Now, the critical component here is emotional content. So what we try and make sure that you think about when you start to do this process, and we help our customers do this, is to think about not the logisticals, but the logistical emotional content. Now, that is really the emotional reasons why people buy or make a decision are not always tied to logistic elements. But in the case of when we're trying to prove a point, especially in a sales letter, if you have really good sales copy, it's compelling. And we want to make sure that we have at least bullet points on compelling offers. And the problem we see all the time is that we have all this writing about all the stuff that's very important about this product, service, or offer, and nobody reads it because nobody reads anything. So have your bullet points with emotional, logistical content on it. Or the ones that we see that succeed are the ones that have really good, simple statements that make people think. Now, I want to make sure that this is a part of your thought process to get through the elements of a landing page, because it doesn't need to always be an offer that is money-driven or a percentage off or something of that nature, which is more, let's say, related to the physical attributes of an offer. We can always do something that is either a guidebook, a report, a plan, a white paper. So in this landing page or website or main home page, you can have obviously your offer button here, but that could also be, again, not have to be 10% off, or you have to buy by a certain time, or $20 for this special, or $100 off, or whatever it might be. It can also be a compelling report. All right, so we can also get an email, a contact information, a phone number, even if they're not ready to buy, or they're not ready to start, or they're not ready to get engaged with you yet. You want to have a secondary offer that allows them to try to get started. Because we all know that in a funnel, there's about, let's say 100 people in the funnel. only 1 to 3% are really ready to buy at any particular point in time. So if they're at your site and they're not ready, they're just in their information gathering stage, well, why not try and gather and get their email or their information by giving them a secondary offer besides your main offer, which might be, again, some money off or a discount or even just a compelling number for a product. Give them something. Now, all of this is just part of the offer, so we want to make it compelling, right? And converting. So let's talk about the real converting pieces here. So the compelling is all the stuff we talked about now. Converting is really about bringing through the process of the result. All we really need to do is think, what is the result that's going to happen from this landing page or this home page or this piece of content that you have that you're trying to get either a purchase or an appointment or, again, a guidebook. You need to think about the compelling conversion now. And the conversion happens a lot from trying to be real. So we make sure that we try and make sure people have a video in their page so that they can actually tell you about the product. Right? What's really different is that when someone starts to click on a video and see a person, whether it's a doctor, if it's medical, or if it's a person who's trying to sell a service or a product, they're actually emotionally now starting to get the process started. What's even more converting is to have testimonials, and you could even do results. All right? So what we love to see is results. So people with testimonials, clients, patients, people who have been involved in the business that have got results. Let them tell their story. And that cements and anchors in what the person's looking at as something that can give them a reason to take action. Because they're seeing other third-party proof of some people taking action and getting results from the compelling copy and content that you have already emotionally trying to trigger them to make the right decision. Now, last but not least, if you can, let's get before and after. So a lot of the big challenges are people are at the before stage, obviously, and the transition between before and after. Sometimes it's hard to capture this because you have to actually get the person before, but the reality is that when we see the before and after transitions, especially in the medical field, there's amazing changes in how people perceive the product or service. Even in the regular business fields, when you're talking about before and afters, if you're talking like a kitchen makeover or any of the things that you could possibly look at before and after strategies as part of a compelling landing page, these before and after stories are winners. Because now you've got third-party proof, you've got visual inspection, so now we have just a more propensity for someone to take action, whether it's to click the button to buy now or make an appointment, or take that secondary action of having a white paper, testimonial, paper, report, or even better, a plan of how it works and how you can get through this guidebook to get to the next step. Again, this is all transgression of taking someone from a status of where they are, right, where they are now, to a better situation. And obviously, if the better situation is emotionally compelling and converting, the chances are better that you'll get the result you're looking for, which is new business. Hope this helps. We'll see you in the next episode. All right, I hope you enjoyed this episode. You can certainly get started with CustomerBloom if you're interested for a project of your own. Very simply, just go to CustomerBloom.com/start and you can set up a personal meeting with me to discuss your needs. That's CustomerBloom.com/start.